Perfect wedding gift.
Hi, welcome to the Film Prospector, the channel where this year I'm riding out to find gold in DVDs of films I've never heard of. Dolph Lundgren is a soldier on a mission to find a target deep within enemy territory. While there, he realises that maybe his side are in fact the baddies. He joins the rebels and fights back against his former general. Red Scorpion is one of the defining Dolph classics of the 80s, but this is also the story of 1999's Bridge of Dragons, which is far from a classic, but there's still plenty in here to make it worth a watch. Not least for world building. In an unnamed kingdom with a dead king with a daughter, a general has seized power and wants to marry the princess. This kingdom is both ethnically and temporally diverse, whether this was by choice or not, having a mix of main cast and extras, different styles of action, and different vehicle choices and weapons make this more visually interesting than many other lower budget action films. In the first half hour alone we see jeeps, helicopters, motorbikes, old-fashioned motor cars, horses, machine guns, pistols, rocket launchers, hand-to-hand fighting, stick fighting, swords. The variety on offer is quite impressive, though in the latter half it does tend to use a lot of running away from small explosions. They're also not afraid to show different areas of their location, shooting in Bulgaria, instead of trying to pretend that they're somewhere in Montana or 16th century Japan. Dolph plays War Child, and he's the same character that he plays in every film. He's a tough guy who secretly has a moral code and a sense of humour, though he isn't quite sure how to show that on his face.
I still say I can take you.
In '99 he was still in good shape and he can throw a meaty punch, kick and frequently dive to the floor while firing off his guns. General Ru Chang is played by Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa. In case you're not sure whether he's evil or not, his army all use transport with 666 on the side. He's playing the usual bad guy role that he excels at, with a sneer and disgust for anyone who opposes him. Here he's up against Dolph again, as he was in Showdown in Little Tokyo. Whilst he doesn't have quite the same number of iconic moments here, he does at least get to swish a cape around like he's Bison in Street Fighter, though of course he was actually Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat instead. Princess Halo, who's desperate to run away and then defeat Ru Chang, is played by Valerie Chow, billed here as Rachel Shane.
Doesn't it matter that I feel no love for this man?
She's perfectly fine, but doesn't have a lot to do. This is a shame, as her character has a great fight early on. In one of the best scenes in the film, she sneaks out to an underground fight club where people partake in the Asian cinema tradition of smacking the shit out of each other while balancing on things. I always love sequences like this, and the short fights here we get are well shot and have some real power to them. But it's a shame that we don't return to this fight club, nor really to this style of fighting, or to the princess being able to kick people's asses too much in the rest of the film. Anyway, Princess Halo learns that Ru Chang killed her father, and that's the last straw, so she runs away from her wedding.
When the people find out that Ru Chang killed their beloved king, they won't stand for it.
They will stand for it. Ru Chang controls the army. There's no one with enough power to oppose him. Not even you.
War Child is then enlisted in tracking her down and bringing her back.
Wedding's in a week. Bring me back my bride.
The princess gets in a few scrapes before Dolph rescues her several times and then gives her back to Ru Chang under much protest.
So you think he did you a favor by turning you into a killer?
All men are killers. He simply made me a good one.
One final piece of Ru Chang brutality pushes Wallchild over the limit though. So he fights back and escapes off into the woods with the princess.
You alright, princess?
My head really hurts, but I've never felt better.
There they find the opposition forces to form a rebellion.
There's only one problem with that, though. You can't kill Ru Chang. But I can.
It turns out that there aren't that many rebels, and although they've got machine guns, they're actually pretty useless and they can easily get slaughtered by the general's helicopters. Instead, with the help of some of Dolph's old mates, he gets back into the city just in time to stop the recaptured princess's wedding. And then have a final confrontation with the general. So the action here, we get plenty of slow-mo shooting, explosions, jumping and spin kicks. There's some nice thwacking sounds which add weight to every impact, which might make it a bit less realistic, but it certainly makes it more fun. Also fun are some of the more laughable moments, like the tiniest bulletproof table I've ever seen. It's also flammable and will go flying when kicked at people with terrible wigs. One of those people looks a lot like Paul Hollywood, but I didn't see him offering anyone a handshake. Talking of Hollywood, a quick note about this 2002 Hollywood DVD release. It's fairly standard stuff with 4:3 aspect ratio, scene selections and trailers, but I get the feeling whoever put together the package hadn't actually seen the film. I'm not sure where this main menu image is taken from, but it's not this film. The long description on the back sounds plausible, but it isn't even vaguely related to this plot. Maybe they took it from a film which actually does have dragons and bridges in. In all, I found 4.5 grams of gold here. It's a cheaper late 90s action film, which relies too heavily on small explosions and machine guns at times.
Hold on! I'll take it!
But at other times it does have a good variety of action. Some fun, weighty fights, and 2 leads with actual screen presence. It's also more visually interesting than most in this genre, though the score is less than thrilling. 4.5 grams of gold is worth £365 today. That's enough to buy 73 straw bales for when you want to fire off your guns and jump sideways onto the ground without hurting your back. That's all for now. Feel free to whack the like and subscribe buttons with a wooden stick and see how much gold we can find next week in 2009.